Let's start with Win or Lose, which is Pixar's first series and has already premiered. I'm saying we should start with this one because we've already been told that this will be Pixar's first and last series since, well, Disney didn't really like Pixar focusing on Disney Plus, so they paused and cancelled almost all the projects for Disney Plus. So yes, Win or Lose is the last of Pixar series. From now on, they're going to be a studio that only makes movies again. And so let's move on to Elio, which, as you know, is coming out this summer very soon in theaters. Even though the movie had a lot of production problems, let's hope it's good and that it does well at the box office. I don't think so, but hopefully. Next we move on to another original animated film from the studio, Hoppers, which, as you know, premieres next year in 2026 and is by Daniel Chong, the creator of We Bare Bears. And I hope you really enjoy Hoppers, since it's going to be Pixar's last original movie that is not a sequel for a very long time. Pixar will continue making original movies, but after Hoppers they're mostly going to focus on sequels, because the next movie after Hoppers is Toy Story 5, which also premieres next year in 2026. Recently, Tim Allen, the voice of Buzz Lightyear in English, revealed a lot of new details about the movie, and as you know, Toy Story will never die. So if this movie does well, expect that in a few years they'll also release Toy Story 6. After that we move on to The Incredibles 3, which doesn't have a release date yet, but I'm sure it will come out in 2027 or 2028 because Coco 2 is already set for 2029. We'll talk about Coco in a moment. And since The Incredibles 3 was confirmed before Coco, that's why I say it will definitely be released either in 2027 or 2028. I think that out of all the Pixar movies that have been announced, it's the most anticipated one, and I also believe it will do the best at the box office once it's released. And as I already mentioned, we also have Coco 2 coming in 2029. Also, as you know, thanks to statements from Pete Docter, the head of Pixar, we know that they've been working for many years on a sequel to Monsters, Inc. They haven't been able to come up with a story that convinces them yet, but they are working on a sequel to Monsters, Inc. because, as you know, Monsters University was a prequel. And we also know, thanks to Jay Ward, the person in charge of the Cars franchise at Pixar and one of its creators, that they are working on multiple Cars projects at Pixar. We don't know if they're movies or series. I don't think they're series. If anything, if they are series, they would be short series because those are the ones Pixar will continue making. The only thing they're going to stop making are long series like Win or Lose, but you can expect the return of Lightning McQueen and other Cars projects. And the last thing you should also expect is an Inside Out 3. Inside Out 2 broke all the box office records, as you know, and Pixar will definitely sooner or later, after a few years, release Inside Out 3. And I assure you that Inside Out 3 will break all the records again. This one, as such, hasn't been confirmed yet, but it's almost certain that Pixar will make it. These are all the projects that have already been confirmed or announced by someone from Pixar. As you saw, most of them are sequels,